Greetings, beloved multiversal soul familia. It's Monday, so you know what time it is. Well, I mean, except for those of you approaching Tuesday. Nevertheless, here we are back again with another session for Miracle Mindset and Mission Focused Monday messages. Yes, here we go. We have a little tallow burning in the background this time. Alright, we're just going to sit it off to the side. You know it's burning. We are going to get right into these messages, beloved. And we're actually going to open today's session with a little Hungarian gypsy, just to get a little bit of energy in general on the table. Do keep in mind this is pertaining to manifestation. Realize that we are manifestations and we continue to manifest, but also mission focused messages. Regardless of what comes out in the energy, that is where we are being guided to remain, is manifestation and mission focused, beloved. Alright, here we go. One more shuffle I'm hearing. Adjust my microphone. And here we go for some general details pertaining to insights, teachable moments, and more for miracle manifestation and mission focused messages. All right. So, alright, we're actually going to turn this around so that it's technically facing your way. Although this is a message for the entire collective. Here we go. So we would actually begin here. And the first card out we have is a message. There is, or there are rather, I'm hearing plural, there are messages at this time that we are meant to convey and let others know. Regardless of any kind of distorted feedback, we're not static over here. And the next to come out is the house. Something involving a project, or also it could be setting your intention for creating a new environment in general, not just any particular singular project. And for some of you, this can even involve family or those who you consider family. All right, the next to come out is merriment. Hmm. I'm not really getting anything romantic, particularly from this image. It's giving more like a collective that feels like family coming together to convey a message. And committing like some kind of sacred union, but not in any, this is not like cultish type energy at all, but most certainly a collective with a bit of organization in terms of the synchronicity. It feels like home. It just feels like home. Significant connections, a collective coming together to convey a message where the atmosphere feels like home, but so does the message. All right. And we have hope. Isn't that something? Hope that our ships are coming in. A positive ripple. A positive ripple. Waves. With those waves of anticipation, there is also trust. Which can also be translated to faith. Interesting. We have the Judge. some sort of balance is being restored gradually. This is spiritual alignment, beloveds. It's alignment. That's what has been placed on my heart. It's alignment with trust in a project involving a collective that feels like home. Both the collective and the atmosphere and the project agreement, it feels like home. It feels like a gift. It feels like a gift. And for some of you, perhaps even an unexpected gift. Where the collective is being guided to be in a season of receiving of this abundance. It's also to say that the collective even has a little something to offer and bring to the table, as well as it's giving more like reciprocity in terms of energy, giving and receiving, giving and receiving. Oh, and I just did a split, and for some of the collective, it is even involving some form of monetary exchange. Although this session and message doesn't involve material relationships. It can just mean more abundance and increase in abundance, beloveds, by coming together. I believe for the majority, this is not just confidence, but also like a realization of self-worth. Ooh. And something involving this gift could also do with ever since you were a little baby. Like ever since you were a very small child, you could have been recognized as being like a highly conscious baby, even. Interesting. Oh, and I just cut it to loss, but it's upside down. It's in reverse. So whatever situations that you're dealing with, you're not going to end up resulting in any kind of loss. Whether it's people, places, things, situations. No more taking the L, I just heard. No more taking the L. All right. So let's move along now. We're going to go into my pocket kipper here for a bit more detail. Especially with this energy that just feels like home, but also regenerates that energy, like beyond reciprocity, even beyond reciprocity, beloveds. And this like level of grace that comes with emotional maturity that's already in the environment, even if it's unbeknownst to you, it's still in the orbit. But for you, it would be behind the scenes, so to speak. Oh, we're going to bring this back up here over the message. For many of you, that is something that perhaps you needed to hear. Because either which way it goes is going to resonate, but either you are the one demonstrating this grace and maturity, or you're having an encounter with someone in your orbit who is demonstrating this. And with the family room, your growth, your development is being spoken of in rooms you haven't even set foot in. But it's giving two different energies from this card at this time. Number one, when you walk into any room, your presence, the presence of the collective, lights up the entire room. Just your presence alone. You could find a seat and just be an observer, and that energy is felt. And it has been discussed. Likely in higher realms. Let's take a look at the guidebook for number 21. A welcoming and supportive space where even secrets and personal matters may be shared. Like I said, this is a trusting environment, a very trusting environment. It can also represent a space that's set aside, like a studio for your interests, which may also even contribute to an income. But this is more so a mutual respect for one another's privacy. Ooh, and there's this closeness involved. And that's where that feeling of home comes from. So there it is in a nutshell. This card is our space, our taste, our ambiance, our true home. Beautiful. So, wow. Okay. The winds of change are blowing. Continuity. Second only to our OG creator, 2112 on the timer as I said that. Let's take a quick look at that angel number, beloveds, for manifestation. Balance and harmony, as well as achieving our goals. We are supported, being guided, confirmation to trust the process, cooperation. Yes. Beautiful. New beginnings involving cooperation, balance, harmony, but also leadership as we're being guided to be the ones to take that initiative. Oh my gosh, I just did a split and message is out again in a different deck. Like, who knew? Who knew? So we're going to take it with expectation behind it, practicing patience. But we're not going to, if that card comes back out, we'll keep it. At this time, I'm feeling guided to just observe that one from a distance. Let's take a closer look at the message here. Well, the original connotation is a pleasant message. So that's what we're going to go with. Everything on the table is like a positive card. So there's no reason to go down dark alleys. But oh my goodness. Okay, so confirmation on the cooperation. Beautiful. Encouraging us to interact with others. To correspond and collaborate, I just heard. To correspond back and forth and collaborate. Give me some clarification, please. Please, please. Clarify message, please. With it being next to that change card and below the family room, this is something that is currently or has already been discussed. A positive change that has already been discussed, sub rosa, that is going to become known to the collective. Mature man at the bottom and message of concern. Let's take a look at message of concern first, since it's coming off the top. Okay, so it's an air of caution to continue to work, to continue to do better in the future. So, being warned against disillusions. Yeah. Okay, an air of caution, of disillusions, and working towards doing better. This message is going to come from a mature, wealthy man as you begin to see the light at the end of the tunnel, and someone who is either from your community or who wants to create some kind of community type setting with you that is going to lead to great fortune. Wow. Beautiful. Since we're not speaking on money matters, we're actually going to go into the guidebook for a little bit more enrichment pertaining to this great fortune card. Outstanding good luck, triumph, wealth, happiness, and fruitfulness. So it can mean a lot of things. And that's just me, reading from right where my eyes first led me. There's so much more to this card. Beautiful. So it's like by choosing a better path for the greater good, it's leading to that, is what's being placed on my heart. So we're going to put this right in the center and at the 0 point of the message, the heart center. Yes. Everything that's delightful and aligned with our true purpose. Turning challenging cards to the significators that benefit. We're transmuting, baby, on every level. Up in here, up in here, up in here. Yes. Nullifying harmful effects of any negative energies, be it on this table or in our orbits. Oh, yes. Unexpected good luck is on the way. This is the best card in the deck. Somehow I forgot about that. Not just good, but great fortune. And this goes beyond matrixy thinking, beloveds. So don't let that ego unpack and camp out when it comes to, what is the first thing that most people think of when you hear about great fortune? Oh, somebody's about to be very monetarily wealthy. Well, perhaps, but it goes beyond that level of thinking. Oh my goodness. Energetically, this is so profound. All the significators' wishes are coming true. The gift card didn't come out with the kipper, but it did come out in the Hungarian Gypsy. But nevertheless, even on its own, the Great Fortune card turns challenging cards, challenging energy to the significator's benefit. So, to the benefit of us, the collective. Yes, beautiful. Nullifying harmful effects and intensifying positive cards. So, positive messages, positive change. Coming either to a mature wealthy man or from a mature wealthy man. But there's more to the wealthy man card as well. So we're going to take a little bit of a closer look, especially since the mature woman and the mature man are on the table. So it seems as though there may very well be some significance to that either way. Whether it's divine counterparts coming together to create community projects or offer the opportunity to someone else to do so. And the number 13, a very special magical number. The numerology for the divine feminine in all beings. In all beings. I can't emphasize that enough. He might be thought of as a venture capitalist, banker, financier, or entrepreneur. Standing for career success, business acumen, smart plans, rational thought, and well-calculated risk. Well, I know beyond all doubt that the work that we have been doing in the astrals with our eyes closed and when we're on our feet, soldiers, has definitely been part of those well-calculated risks, especially facing the potential for embarrassment, to be mocked, to be ridiculed, to be shamed, all kinds of stuff. And we did it and are doing it anyway. Yes, well disposed to us, granting us access to his old boys network. So, being granted special access, even in some kind of way, beloveds. Now, do keep in mind, this doesn't make you better or more high honor than others with these opportunities. Remember, this is collective, community oriented, feels like home. The atmosphere feels like home. The projects feel like home. Everything just feels right. 3443 on the timer as I said that. Let's take a look at 3443 as a manifestation number, beloveds. Spiritual growth, abundance, wealth, and success. So even when I'm working on keeping material connections and relationships out of the mix, it's still showing up. That's not my decision, nor is it preordained, pre-orchestrated, unless it's a preordained contract that we as the collective are unaware of at this time. Otherwise, there is some sub rosa discussion about a great fortune of some kind that is significant for the collective, leading to, from what I see here, this ain't no small cookies. This is massive change, an abundance of change, but with such positive, intense positive energy that it is clearing the debris. It's clearing all the negative. It's out of here. Yes. By tapping into our creative expression, but also when necessary, that those self check-ins, you know, do you know how to read yourself? Do you know how to check yourself at the door? Perhaps that in and of itself could be this week's assignment. Give it a whirl. Give it a whirl. Check yourself at the door. But also, don't lose that creative spark in the process. You're on the right path. Our hard work and dedication is paying off, and we are moving in the right direction. $26-fold in the right direction, Phillips. Beautiful. Woo! Opportunities and chances. Wow. Okay. Very good. Very good, very good, very good for the collective. Yes. Beautiful. My goodness. Okay, where to go from here? Where to go from here? Learning more. Oh. Okay, so I wasn't going to, but we're going to bring the behind the scenes adjudication in. Because it's following great fortune, this also means that, wow, it doesn't indicate whether the outcome will necessarily be in the collective's favor unless other cards in the spread provide more indication of the outcome. Oh my goodness, a positive message of change involving great fortune, beloveds. Yeah. Let's claim that this absolutely means advocates of any and all possibilities advocating in our favor, negotiating and advocating for us. Beautiful. Okay, there's more though. Resolutions of some kind. Okay. So I'm getting something involving like a notary. A notary public. A notary public that is going to help a privileged lady or someone with this energy, either way. That's what the adjudication, it's all going to work out in this privileged lady's favor. And I'm getting that we as the collective are that energy, but we're going to take a closer look at this card. Especially since I just placed it right below 21 and it's 12. So it's most certainly us. This is us, the collective. Regardless of your reproductive organs, we'll just put it that way. Yes, beautiful. Isn't that interesting how we just read the angel number, manifestation number 2112, and it's on the table. Look at how quickly we can manifest, beloveds. Interesting. So that tells me that there's more for us to know in terms of this number. Something involving our intuitions becoming more enhanced, as well as not just any kind of growth, but soul growth. Soul growth. A deeper connection with Source of all that is, was, and will ever be. 4334 on the timer as I said that. It's almost as though with that number, 2112 was increasing and expanding outwards from the center. If you think about it. The 2 and 1 and the 1 and the 2 turn into 3s, and then the 3s expand into 4s on either side. 4, 3, 3, 4. Isn't that something? That, beloveds, is alchemy. Yes, indeed. Numerology, the universal language. And expansion at its finest. There's more. We are supported. And by continuing to take inspired action, we can continue to create the reality that we aim for. This is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. The epitome of wealth, ease, youth, health, beauty, and charm as she strolls across the wide lawn past the orchid house. Lavishly dressed in the latest fashion, she gives us the relaxed look of a lady used to admiration. Now, let's not get all big-headed, guys. Ooh, take a step back. This card stands for fun, creativity. So not that original description is not necessarily meant to be literal. And wealth can mean also an abundance of different things. Yes. Fun, creativity, luxury, the good life, and all beautiful things. The main male hasn't come out, but there is a mature, wealthy man and a mature woman. So any one of them can be collaborating with the privileged lady, or the gifts are abundant. Someone who is true to their word. Even if judged otherwise in the past. So it's a lucky phase and being more carefree with less worry. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Also representing prosperity, luxuries, creativity, and wellness. Gentle, more comfortable ways of life coming in for the collective. Wow. With journey at the bottom. An indication that I'm meant to be bringing this to a close very soon. Perhaps in the next 10 minutes even. Let's take a look at journey a little bit closer. For some of the collective, this can actually be very literal, like going on a journey to obtain this message of great fortune, or just to simply obtain that great fortune. And it's like I'm hearing escorted, safely escorted, safely and honorably, gracefully escorted to this, beloveds. Oh, it's time to start or take a step forward, leaving old and familiar situations, departing for new shores. Interesting. This is the arrival of this great fortune, nevertheless. So, to think with a broader perspective and looking at the bigger scheme of things, this is to me also massive gains in terms of light work. And I don't mean light work like light duty light work. I mean light work like working our light. Light warriors. It's paying off in other densities as well. Going either direction, density 1 and density 2 are somehow benefiting We're coming out of the dark. Getting closer to restoring and maintaining that balance, but continuing to trust the process. Taking inspired action. But it's inspired from within. This is like yet another day of victory in terms of spiritual warfare. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, we just cut the deck to courtship. This does not necessarily have to be of the romantic type. But most certainly of importance to the collective at this time. Social life, all kinds of personal and business meetings, arrangements, clubs, groups, friendly encounters, beloveds. Being open to a new person who enters the lives of the collective. Also reaching out more, trying to meet more people. This is like star family, soul family coming together. That type of courtship. Someone who will suddenly mean the world to us. This is friendly encounters, be it private or public. Meetings, getting together, socially, romantically, or even for business reasons. See, no matter how much I work to get away from speaking on monetary things and material relationships, it's still relevant in some kind of way in some of our interactions, even when we're aiming higher, 5D, 6D. Interesting. Okay, yeah, we're going to leave that one alone from there. So, let's bring in an archetype for the week as the primary energy for the collective, as we are mission focused. These are mission focused messages. Manifestation, mission focused. Bringing in an archetype as the primary signifier and energy for this week. Let's go. And it's going to be that one. We have the animal. Well, isn't that something? The animal. So, let's take a look at what this means for the collective. Oh, goodness. vital, elemental, alive, and dances. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is already giving like high vibrational energy, beloveds. Getting comfortable in our own skin. The minute we accept, express, and celebrate the physical body, we tap into our animal energy. An air of caution involving resistance at this time. A reminder to trust this process that's coming in for us, beloveds. Yes. Reawakening, activating the animal within, and reawakening our relationship to nature as well. Beautiful. The life force of our planet begs us to set down the devices, the constraints, and the social constructs, and to remember the warm blood that pulses through our veins. So, this is what I'm getting from this, is that when the collective is coming together, like the majority of the work that we are doing is not going to be something that we're going to be like necessarily involving a bunch of technology. But I'm still getting that there is technology involved. But the type of technology that's going to benefit these projects, benefit the atmosphere, continue to support that feeling of home. Yes. So some form of social construct still involved here because it's already in the cards. But this is going to be more like unplugged. Not necessarily completely off the grid, but we'll just say a little bit more acoustic. Okay? A little bit more raw and unplugged. There it is, Spirit. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then the technology will come in later. You know, it's like going through that, passing the talking stick, talking feather first, getting acquainted, really getting into that flow of the collective energy and atmosphere, getting settled in that feeling of home, that feeling of a family room. It doesn't necessarily have to be a physical room, but it can be multiple seats near a fire, even out in nature. But a safe space, a safe, collective, family-oriented community. A highly fortunate collective and gatherings. Raw, authentic connections. Yes, there's more. Not being afraid to get our hands and our feet dirty. So there will even be times when not only metaphorically but even physically coming together to ground in such a way that creates even more of that regeneration of reciprocity, and but also not just involving us as certain beings, but All of creation is involved in this. Nature. Creation as a whole. Raw, authentic, beautiful. But alive, like a dance of high vibration. That was the original intuitive message of the card, was like this dance of high frequency. We're generating this high frequency, keeping it going. 1111 on the timer. 1 hour, 1 minute, and 11 seconds as I said that. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Ooh, okay. I just cut the kipper. 2 thoughts. And we're going to draw this message to a close with some final thoughts, final insights, final teachable moments. Yes. Drawing this message to a close. A generally positive card, of course. A thoughtful person. Taking your thoughts and opinions very much so into consideration, okay? Whether it involves love or platonic love, like romantic love or platonic love. Ideas, and even thoroughly reflecting on old ideas, as well as exploring new ideas this week. Beautiful. My gosh, I can't say that enough. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But I feel like there's something more there's something more to reveal. And I just split the wild unknown archetypes to the heart. So we have these energies combined, raw and authentic energy, as well as the heart. And this is going to be the closing message right here. Number 31. Expansive, knowing energy, as well as gentle clarity. It's just been placed on my heart just now that there is going to be this like gentle and graceful way of like this collective working well together, collaborating, bouncing off of each other in so many different ways. And this is already happening, even if it isn't evident to everyone in the collective. It's already happening. And being discussed in rooms or otherwise other spaces you have not set foot in. Yet. I emphasize the yet. This is the realm of expansion and compassion. raw, authentic expansion and compassion, and no in between. Reclaiming the seat of the heart by nature, music, dance, and the presence of children or animals. Moving past the layers of life's tangles and knots and entering the wild and sacred center of the self. The wild, sacred center of self. Beautiful. The most precious throne in the galaxy is awaiting our return. And that is the message. Thank you so very much, beloved multiversal soul familia, for tuning in for this week's Miracle Manifestation and Mission Focused Monday messages. If you made it this far, you are a rock star. With much gratitude and appreciation, from my heart to yours. Brightest of blessings.